Today on People Now, hello Facebook Live.
Selena and the Weeknd get cozy in Paris. We've got the photos to prove it.
I mean, yes, I don't like the racism, and I don't like the name calling, and I don't like the people feeling alienated. Nobody likes that. On the other hand, we've been through these periods before.
George W. Bush is opening up in a brand new interview.
We've got your exclusive first look.
This photo has launched Twitter into a tizzy.
We've got the details.
So it got closer and closer and closer, and now he's gone, and the weight of that, you'll see that.
Ooh, okay, Beth from This Is Us is giving us an inside look at how she's going to deal with that devastating loss on the show.
My last boyfriend, my ex, who I was intimate with, never made me orgasm.
Oh, really, Raven?
Oh, yes. We're dissecting her confession in our live Bachelor recap this morning. Good morning and happy Tuesday. Welcome to People Now. We're streaming live. Lots of stories today, including more information on that epic Oscar flub. Plus, why is Kelly Clarkson crying? The pop star was moved to tears after a Voice contestant sang her song Piece by Piece and heard her moving backstory. So our Facebook question of the day for you is, what song always makes you emotional and reach for the tissues? Let us know in the comments. We're going to be reading those live later on in the show. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. The Academy has released a statement regarding the Envelopegate debacle, saying, "We deeply regret the mistakes that were made during the presentation of the Best Picture category during last night's Oscar ceremony. We apologize to the entire cast and crew of La La Land and Moonlight, whose experience was profoundly altered by this error. We salute the tremendous grace they displayed under the circumstances. To all involved, including our presenters Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, the filmmakers, and our fans watching worldwide, we apologize." The Academy went on to say, for the last 83 years, the Academy has entrusted PwC to handle the critical tabulation process, including the accurate delivery of results. PwC has taken full responsibility for the breaches of established protocols that took place during the ceremony. We have spent last night and today investigating the circumstances and will determine what actions are appropriate going forward. We are unwaveringly committed to upholding the integrity of the Oscars and the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. That wasn't all. Academy President Cheryl Boone Isaacs told The New Yorker what was going through her mind when Envelopegate was going down. I'm going to try to channel it perfectly here. Horror. I just thought, what? I looked out and I saw a member of Pricewaterhouse coming on the stage, and I was like, oh no, what's happening? What could possibly? And then I just thought, oh my God, how does this happen? How does this happen? And it was such a wonderful show. Do I deserve a nomination for that? The accounting firm PricewaterhouseCoopers is speaking out as well, blaming their own accountant, Brian Cullinan, for the Oscar mix-up. They released a statement on Twitter saying that they take full responsibility and that their accountant handed the backup envelope for the actress in a leading role category to presenters Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway. They went on to say this: once the error occurred, protocols for correcting it were not followed through quickly enough by Mr. Cullinan or his partner. We are deeply sorry for the disappointment suffered by the cast and crew of La La Land and Moonlight. The accounting firm also extended apologies to Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, the Academy, ABC, and Jimmy Kimmel.
I'm optimistic about where we'll end up. I mean, yes, I don't like the racism, and I don't like the name calling, and I don't like the people feeling alienated. Nobody likes that. On the other hand, we've been through these periods before, and we've always had a way to come out of it. I'm more optimistic than some.
Former President George W. Bush is opening up to People about his first art book and his thoughts on the direction of the country under President Trump. In an interview for the new issue of People on newsstands Friday, Bush called the political climate in Trump's Washington, quote, pretty ugly. And when asked if he felt compelled to play a leadership role in these divisive times, Bush said no, and went on to say, when President Obama got elected, friends would call, you must speak out, you must do this, you must do that. Turns out other people are doing the same thing this time. I didn't feel like speaking out before because I didn't want to complicate the job, and I'm not going to this time. However, at the Bush Center, we are speaking up. Bush's first art book, Portraits of Courage, a Commander-in-Chief's tribute to America's warriors, is out now and is raising awareness and funds for the post-9/11 veterans healthcare and employment programs of the George W. Bush Presidential Center. The center also holds immigration ceremonies, women's reproductive healthcare programs in Africa, and leadership training for Muslim women that the Bush Center brings to Texas from the Middle East. During his interview with People, Bush also opened up about the difference between campaigning for president and actually being president. Watch this.
It happens every time. People campaign, and then the job's different when they get in there. And the job has a way of bringing a reality to each president's situation. And that's going to happen now.
And coming up in just a little bit, President Bush is opening up about why he was inspired to paint portraits of wounded veterans. So stay tuned for that. Kellyanne Conway was photographed kneeling on an Oval Office couch and browsing her phone while President Donald Trump met with leaders of historically black colleges and universities on Monday. Of course, social media has been in an uproar with reaction posts voicing their opinion that the White House senior advisor was being disrespectful. Actress Alyssa Milano tweeting, "Come on, do better, Kellyanne polls." Vanessa Carlton writing, "Okay, so Kellyanne Conway doesn't wear shoes when in the Oval Office," with a confused face. Comedian Jen Kirkman posting this photo. "Didn't anyone teach Kellyanne Conway manners? When you're squatting on a couch texting, always wear shoes." And some people even managed to bring the Oscars Envelopegate into the mix, with Matt Ford tweeting, "The Kellyanne Conway couch photo is just a distraction from Warren Beatty setting up Faye Dunaway to take the fall last night." Jordan tweeting these famous faces from that now historic Oscars moment with the caption, "Hold up, Kellyanne Conway really sits like that on the couch in the Oval Office?" Of course, some people were defending Conway. Amy Lutz tweeting this photo of Obama with his feet on Kennedy's resolute desk with the caption, "I'll take shoes on a couch over this any day." As of right now, neither Conway nor Trump have tweeted in response to the photo. All right.
I mean, I sit like that, but I'm also not in the Oval Office. So.
Yeah, right. Look, anything that happens, it's going to get a response.
Definitely.
These days, that's
yes.
for sure.
All right, let's check in with Facebook Live. One Voice contestant made Kelly Clarkson tweet, "Can't stop crying," so we will have details on that in just a little bit. But it got us wondering, what song always makes you reach for the tissues?
All right, so what's yours? Do you have one?
Oh, mine's for sure like Adele, Hello,
Yeah.
definitely. Jordan says, "God Only Knows" by the Beach Boys. That's a good one.
Edward says, "I Will Always Love You," makes me cry every time I listen to it. Me too.
Kelly says, "The Climb" by Miley Cyrus makes me think of my daughter. I cry every time.
Candace also picked a Beach Boys song. She went with "Don't Worry, Baby."
Wow,
There you
Beach
go.
Boys.
Yeah, there you
People
go.
emotional.
Yeah, mine's "In the Heart of the Angels, Fly Away From." Anyway, I'll think.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm talking about.
With the dog commercials?
Yes.
Yes.
In the dog commercials.
In the dog commercials.
Keep the Facebook comments coming
Same
in.
page.
We'll check in with you again soon. But first, Andrea, even more trending news for us.
Yes, Jeremy. So Selena Gomez and The Weeknd are taking on the City of Love. Yes, the couple is in Paris and were spotted leaving five-star hotel La Reserve on Monday evening. The Weeknd has a concert tonight in the romantic city, and Gomez will no doubt be supporting him as she's been attending several of his European concerts. But ex-girlfriend Bella Hadid was pictured leaving Hotel George V in Paris just a few minutes down the road from where the couple is staying. Hadid's been in the city attending fittings ahead of Paris Fashion Week. The model broke up with the singer in November after a year-and-a-half relationship, but People revealed in January that Hadid had harbored hurt feelings after her ex was pictured on a date with Gomez. Hadid opening up to Teen Vogue earlier this month saying, "As an outsider, you might think I handled it so well, but it's always in your heart and you always feel it very heavily. It'll be hard for a while. Love hurts, but you have to pull through." All right, as you all probably know by now, last week's episode of This Is Us left fans with lots of tears and tissues as we said goodbye to Ron Cephas Jones' beloved William. Well, lucky for us, a brand new This Is Us airs tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, where we will see the aftermath of William's death and how it'll affect central characters of the show. And just in time for tonight's episode, Susan Kelechi Watson, who plays Randall's wife Beth in the series, just stopped by the People Now studios. She revealed how her character will deal with the loss of William, and she also gushed over her close relationship with co-star Mandy Moore. Watch this. Your character Beth had a special bond with him.
Yeah.
How is she going to react to the news?
Not well. I think I can safely say not great. You know, I love the evolution of their relationship because they started off as strangers, you know, and she really had to like find a way to see if she could trust him, get to know him, whatever the case. And then it went from that to sort of like, okay, he's functioning as a part of the family whole, okay. Oh, now he's kind of family. Now he's my friend. Now he's,
Sure.
you know what I mean?
Closer, closer, closer.
Yeah, so it got closer and closer and closer, and now he's gone, and the weight of that, you'll see that. It was hard for me, you know, I try to keep my characters and myself as separate as possible, but in this case, the parallel was like Ron, you know, working with Ron Cephas Jones, who has just been one of the great joys of my career to work with, and he's not going to be there, like, you know what I mean? And so that was sort of me going through that journey as well.
Some of your other co-stars, I just interviewed Mandy Moore. She was gushing about your performance and how much you bring to the show. How's it been working with her?
Man, Mandy she's so great. Like, I didn't know her before this, but she's such a great person.
Yeah.
You know, and then, I'm sorry, I love her a lot. No, she's really like touched my heart because I didn't know her before this, and she's just so lovely and so easy and so open, you know. And then as an actress, I mean, Mandy's doing things on this show. I bet some people are like, for real?
Yeah, it's like,
You know what I mean?
No, right.
You know, and that's not to say anything against her, but this has given her the opportunity to live in the fullness of what she has to bring. And that's just, there's nothing like watching that.
Oh my goodness, just caught up on This Is Us. No joke, I was weeping. Stay with us. We have even more of that interview with President George W. Bush and a special look at his paintings and the meaning behind them. Plus, exclusive. Faith Hill and Tim McGraw are dishing details about their duet for the new movie, The Shack. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
There's no question. It's 72% grosser.
72% grosser is exactly right. Natalie Z stars in the hilarious TBS sitcom The Detour, and it's our Toyota People pick of the day. The demented family sitcom is executive produced by Natalie's TV husband Jason Jones and his real-life wife Samantha Bee, and it is one of the funniest shows on television. Well, when I just sat down with Natalie, she previewed the next extremely slimy home birth episode of the show and revealed why The Detour has the best sex scenes on TV. Check it out.
It was a really difficult episode for me to shoot because I felt my professionalism dwindling every day on various different levels. But I had a really hard time keeping it together, specifically in the bedroom scenes, the scenes where Jason and I are consummating. Or something or other, and then there's the kiddie pool stuff, the home birth stuff. That Jason's motto is always more. It's usually more blood, but with this it was more slime.
Go away, please.
Are you guys having sex?
No!
Are you wrapping presents?
No!
That's the only 2 times the door is locked.
The sex scenes are so hilarious.
The sex scenes are the best sex scenes I think on television.
Do you enjoy? I mean, is it uncomfortable for you at all? Or you guys are really close and
Not those kinds of sex scenes. Jason and I are very comfortable with each other. But aside from that, when you're making comedy in the bedroom, which is not something one should ever want to do, it takes a lot of the sort of awkward factor out of it because you just want to get the timing right and you just want to go for the laugh.
Inserts his penis into the woman's vagina.
Did he do that to you?
No, don't get upset. She wanted it done to her.
I should share this with you.
Okay.
My ex, who I was intimate with, never made me orgasm.
oh my! I always cringe. No pressure, Nick.
Yeah, Nick kicked off his fantasy suite dates and a beloved Bachelor contestant on the latest episode of the hit ABC show. I'm so flustered from that. We're so glad to have season 20 Bachelor cast members Caila Quinn and Olivia Caridi back to help us break down all the drama now. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Hello. Okay,
And the
we're
cute
gonna
emojis in full.
Yes. Yep. We're going to get to Corinne and Raven in just a second. First, another woman from Nick's past made a surprise appearance at the beginning of the episode. So we've got our cute emojis ready, Facebook Live. So let us know your reaction to this scene.
The last time Andy knocked on my hotel door, she actually broke up with me. So, what the is she doing here now?
I just love all things about it. I think it's great. The mixed reactions across the board. Olivia and Nick had been a finalist on Andy Dorfman's season of The Bachelorette. Of course, we know that after getting dumped, he revealed that they had had sex in the fantasy suite, kind of broke the code for the show. It's an unwritten rule. What did you think of her surprise reunion with him on the show?
I'm shocked she didn't plug her book 100 times. I think she made good money, so good for her.
Yeah, right. It was. I thought it was. He was kind of giddy with her. I don't know.
It was just so staged.
So,
I don't know.
Look,
yeah,
her
Kayla.
face
I
is
think
miserable. They needed to spice something up, but the funny thing is you could tell they dated because they both go like this all the time.
Yeah,
She's
right.
like, what am I thinking? Like, what are you gonna do next?
Yeah.
I feel like, Nick's now in kind of a different position where he's worried. He doesn't want to hurt these women like Andy hurt him. What did you think of their conversation, though?
I thought it felt very staged. It's just something that they had to have, but I don't think that they normally talk, so I'm impressed that it was so cordial.
Yeah,
it was
that's
very cordial.
Yeah.
very
It's kind of like nice to really catch up, I think. There was something there to it. The most tragic part of the episode came just after Andy left, when Raven, Rachel, and Vanessa got roses, leaving Corinne in the lurch. We're all Corinne mourning today. She is.
Kayla, how did you feel about watching Corinne go?
I thought it was really disappointing how, apologetic she was. She kept saying, I'm so sorry, what did I do wrong? But I thought it was kind of very Corinne, very dramatic.
I'm hoping that Corinne is currently watching this recap, eating cheese pasta made by her nanny Raquel, enjoying life
Very,
like
very
she does.
possible.
Olivia, do you think Nick made a mistake here? Or was it the right? Yeah?
I actually thought they would be a great match.
I still kind of think they
What?
would be, yeah.
Yes.
Kayla,
You
no
two are
go.
not agreeing on this.
Nobody let Olivia be your matchmaker.
I mean, once again, I still have no idea what Nick wants. I don't really think Corinne knows what she wants. They could live an infamy together, just doing whatever the hell they want to do.
Right, maybe, yeah, like kind of questionable commitment and like questionable
he
future,
doesn't
but
really
together.
want to get married. She doesn't really want to get married. They should just go shopping and have fun together.
Shopping sprees every
I
weekend.
think they're great.
Olivia, you were actually just with Corinne
I
and
was.
another Bachelor legend, Bad Chad Johnson. Okay, tell us about this picture. What was that experience like?
Well, I had known that Chad was going to be at this party, but all of a sudden I see Corinne and I'm like, whoa, hello. So it was great. We took a photo. They went in a little corner and were talking very briefly, but they were not flirty at all. They were
Okay,
just
so
friends.
that was my next question. Any chemistry between Bad Chad and Corinne? You say no.
No.
Any chemistry between Bad Chad and Olivia Caridi?
There wasn't, I don't know if there was chemistry, but I was talking to
Yeah,
him like
that's
he
right,
was a
yeah.
normal person, which I think he's not used to. I think he's
Right.
used to being judged. And I tried to get to the bottom of him. I was like, who are you? So we were just talking, but he did like slip his hand on my leg a little bit, and I was like, whoa. Okay.
I'm just going to say
I
little
can see
villain
it.
love affair would not be
He's
the worst
a human.
thing.
I'm never gonna, I wanted to meet him in person, and it was fine. He didn't piss me off too bad, so.
Kayla, if it doesn't work out between Olivia and Bad Chad, would you ever be interested in Bad Chad?
I'll
She wouldn't
definitely.
even be
like
my
the
type.
sweetest girl ever in
Yeah.
Bad Chad.
I might not even be in the same room as him. No.
Okay,
Okay,
all
so
right.
maybe not a lot of chemistry there, but
right.
definitely chemistry and a whole lot else going on Nick's first fantasy suite date with Raven. Raven revealed that she had never said I love you before, and she also revealed that she had never orgasmed before. Sorry,
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Sorry, Mom. I had to say it. It's there in the script. Okay, let's start with the sweeter moments. Let us know what you think about this Facebook Live.
I had to tell you that I do love you.
Kayla, what'd you think of Raven's love confession?
It was so sweet, so sentimental, and I could rewatch it.
Okay, the I love you part. Yeah.
Yes, the I love you part.
All
It was
right.
a little long, though.
Now, Olivia, do you think that Nick's the type of guy that would be scared about being a girl's first love? Because that's very, very intense.
I think he can't handle it. He's like, whoa, God.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. And speaking of first, Raven also revealed that Nick that she was hoping that he could give her a special first of her own. Just let her explain.
You're flustered.
My ex, who I was intimate with, never made me orgasm. Lost for words.
Did she just forget that it's national television?
The whole time, all I could picture was her sweet dad from the hometown visit just watching this like, no. So was it too much, or was it just being open and honest?
The problem that I encountered on the show is there's a lot of stuff you can say to your boyfriend just in private, but then you say it on camera and you're like, whoa, sorry, my bad.
But at least he knows.
You know what the thing is with the show? It's like virgins are out, orgasms are in. You know, like last few
So
seasons,
fake.
they're like, oh, who's the virgin? But now it's like, who hasn't had an orgasm? That's the trend.
I love it, Kayla. That's
I know,
exactly
it's a
right.
very good point.
Hashtag
There's
orgasms
a lot
are in.
of people out there who struggle with orgasm.
Oh my God. Well, the pressure's certainly on.
Some people on
Jeez.
this couch struggle. So.
Oh, God.
Really? Revelations left and right.
Wow, okay. Well, Nick's probably feeling a lot of pressure right now.
Probably.
Kayla, do you think that he and Raven will actually end up doing the deed?
Oh, gosh.
I think they will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they will too. And
Yeah.
Or Nick's gonna be like super nervous and like run out of the room. I don't know.
I think they will have sex for hours until she has an orgasm.
Oh my God.
Like
hope
even
not.
if it doesn't
Well,
happen the first time, he's like, I have to give you one. That's what's gonna happen.
By the way, based on your earlier confession, you have never experienced this face. That's what that means. All right, sorry, I backtracked. I still can't get over all that's happening here. Will Nick handle the fantasy suite or being on Dancing with the Stars more smoothly, ladies? What do you think?
Definitely, I think the fantasy suite. I think that's where he's
good at that.
He's done it before many times.
Yeah, and enough so that one of his ex-lovers' one-night stand came back for the show. So apparently.
I wanted to talk about more.
Okay, yeah. What do you think? Same?
Yeah, he's good in that room. He knows what
But
he's
in New
doing.
Orleans, he did have dance moves, so you
Right.
know. He was on that dancing
No,
line.
he looks like me, where he was like.
He just
So
needed a
never
cake.
wildly
He looks
impressed.
like me jumping out of a cake. Like,
Hey, that was
Regrettable.
beautiful. That was glorious.
Thank you.
All right, well, now that we've talked about all of this and it hasn't gotten awkward at all, we'll have to wait to see next week what happens. Kayla and Olivia, thank you as always
That
for
was
being
rough.
here.
Sorry. It was a weird.
Make sure to watch ABC's The Bachelor every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Someone rescue Olivia!
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
What was your favorite part of filming Mama June, Hot or Not?
When we had got to, I don't want to tell you this part. Awkward silence.
I do. I want you to.
I don't want to tell you because you haven't seen the part.
I haven't seen it yet, but that's why I'm going to see it.
I think our favorite part, my favorite part, would have to be when we got this, we were able to bring in people from our other crew.
Oh, okay,
from
cool.
Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, like our sound girl, our AC, and unfortunately some of the camera guys couldn't come, but you know, like, I think that was what meant the most to us filming this, because like those people are like family to us.
Yeah.
See, it's easy.
You both agree, number one artist and love for
Adele.
Adele, all the way through. Number one, give me your favorite Adele song. Hello.
Hello.
It's
I
me.
don't really like that song.
Okay.
She says hello too much though.
The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Treks. Well, it looks like Kim Kardashian West is all about that Instagram update. Kim K seems to be a fan of the new carousel feature on the popular app, sharing some never-seen-before pics of her and her 14-month-old son, Saint West. The Keeping Up with the Kardashian star captioned this adorable set of pics, writing, "Me and my Sainty Boo a few months ago." The mommy and son have been sharing lots of camera time lately. Kim recently posted these Snapchats of her and Saint playing around with the app's various filters. Very cute, and it looks like little Saint West is already a social media pro, just like his mama. Keep them coming, you two. Now moving on to something that makes even American Idol alum Kelly Clarkson tear up.
Piece by piece, he restores my faith that a man can be kind.
That's The Voice contestant Stephanie Rice singing a moving rendition of Kelly Clarkson's Piece by Piece during Monday night's premiere episode. The 27-year-old Texas singer quickly turned the chairs of Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, yet all four judges seemed particularly inspired by Stephanie's passionate performance. When asked where her passion stems from, Stephanie had quite the story. Well, Stephanie eventually went on to choose Team Gwen, but not before gaining another fan. Kelly Clarkson herself tweeted out, "Can't stop crying." Her vulnerability and her story, just wow. Steph, I hope your parents open their hearts to the beautiful person you are. And Stephanie was clearly moved by the overwhelming support, posting this Instagram with the caption, "I am so overwhelmed by all of your love and support that I am utterly speechless. There was a time in my life when I had zero self-worth and struggled to survive. If I could only express to you in words how much tonight helped heal a lot of wounds. I hope through sharing my story, someone out there who needed to hear it now knows they are not alone." Well, a big congratulations to Stephanie. Cannot wait to watch her on The Voice, which airs Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC. And speaking of powerful music, listen to this.
Keep your eyes on me.
Well, it looks upset country power couple Faith Hill and Tim McGraw are at it again. The adorable duo, who celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary in October of 2016, collaborated for the new song Keep Your Eyes on Me. The powerful song, which was written for and inspired by McGraw's upcoming film The Shack, features both McGraw and Hill on lead vocals. The film hits theaters this Friday, March 3rd. I love those two and cannot wait to see this film. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
I was thinking about their troubles or their joys, and hopefully the paintings reflected that. When I paint them, my admiration for them even increases.
George W. Bush's new book, Portraits of Courage, a Commander-in-Chief's Tribute to America's Warriors, features the former president's paintings of wounded veterans and aims to raise awareness and funds for the post-9/11 veterans health care and employment programs of the George W. Bush Presidential Center. When President Bush sat down with people, he revealed how much interacting and painting the veterans of the War on Terror has affected him. Take a look.
I was of the Vietnam era. We had a draft. These men and women volunteered. I was amazed that so many did so. I can remember worrying about troop levels, and yet citizen after citizen stepped up to serve. And so when I paint them, it's less to do about me and more to do about honoring them.
At face value, that's very unexpected that,
I know.
that he's doing that, but I will tell you that they look really good. Those are impressive
I know, definitely.
paintings.
All right, guys, let's check in with Facebook Live. We wanted to know what song always makes you reach for the tissues.
All right.
And a lot of good songs here. Margaret says my song is "House That Built Me" by Miranda Lambert.
Yes, I saw one. I can't find it now.
Victoria says the encore song in the musical Cats gets me every time. That's a good one.
That one is really good. Was it Memory? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Celine Dion. Anything Celine Dion. Sylvina says recovering by Celine Dion. So powerful. Did you already say that?
And a couple. Actually, there's another Miranda Lambert, which she has really good songs.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what? And piece by piece, honestly, especially after watching Kelly Clarkson when she performed that on Idol last season and had this full breakdown, whatever. Now every time I hear that song, I'm like, wow, this is such an emotional thing. And side note, also grabbing the tissues. I said this to you before. We caught up on This Is Us last night. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding you. 10 minutes after, my wife and I could barely even talk to each other because we were like not in our throat. It was great.
That show definitely hits you here.
It does. Are you gonna cry right now?
Maybe.
Coming up tomorrow, don't make fun of This Is Us.
I'm
Andrea.
not. I'm
just
not.
joking. Professor X himself, Patrick Stewart, is talking all things X-Men. Hugh Jackman and new movie Logan, plus Honey Boo Boo is back, revealing what made her laugh so hard she cried.
Yes, thanks for watching. And for now, we leave you with one last thing we leave you actually with the Walking Dead star Ross Marquand, or should I say, George Clooney.
This is great.
Enjoy.
Watch.
So I'm very, it's been a long time. I wasn't gonna have kids for the longest time, and now I find out that I'm having two, and that's it's a very, very daunting but very exciting bit of news, and very happy to hear this. Twins, wow, great. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey YouTube! Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And for more People Now, click on the subscribe button down here.
And check out more great video right now by clicking on one of these links.